Hey you guys, I'm back. I hope y'all had an amazing Labor Day weekend and holiday. I definitely did. I went out on the water with my friends, and I've just been kind of taking it easy. I have been doing readings and stuff, but other than that, I've kind of been just chilling, especially after this Appalachee High School shooting. It kind of shook me up a little bit because I grew up and went to school about 20 minutes from Appalachee High School. I remember them coming to my high school for sporting events and cheerleading competitions, basketball games, all of that. So when it happens to your community, your hometown, it kind of stings a little bit more. And me being a very deep empath, whenever things like this happen, I get very sad. I cry. I pray for the victims and their families. It tears me up because I hate how cruel and violent that this world can be. But ever since it happened, the concept of time has been on my chest, and how we spend our time, and who and what we choose to spend it with, and how. And I've talked to my spirit guides about this, and throughout the last few readings that I've done, that's been a common message that comes out from spirit, is to not take our time for granted, to not spend it doing malicious things, and to do our best to not have regrets. So that's kind of what I'm going to be talking about, but I just wanted to say that my heart, my love, my prayers are with the victims that lost their lives. We lost 2 students and 2 teachers, and about 2,000 other people are traumatized because of this event. And the shooter, a 14-year-old boy, his life is ruined. He could very well be on death row. I watched the court proceedings, and the judge did say that that's a possible sentence for him because he's being tried as an adult. Because we're talking about Georgia, okay? Georgia is not gonna play around when it comes to this bullshit. Pardon my language, but when you start hurting innocent people, I get pretty pissed off. But yeah, my love, my prayer, all of that goes out. My heart goes out to these people and their families, and I pray for the souls that have crossed over because of it. I pray that their souls are at ease, and I pray that they are healed, and that they are in a much better place than here. They left a lot of loved ones behind, so yeah. I mean, this person ruined and took lives. So I don't really include politics on my channel or within my business. I keep my opinions to myself on very sensitive topics like gun control and all of that. But I do encourage you, if you feel like a change should be made, which I'm pretty sure most of us do, even if it's metal detectors in the school that every student has to go through, right, to get into school that day. And there's other technology that they're talking about implementing, but I encourage you to look for petitions and things that you can put your name on and sign. Or I think some people are going as far as calling their senators and their representatives about this. So that's an option as citizens that we can do. Because, yes, I feel and I know that thoughts and prayers and donations are necessary. But how do we prevent this from happening, or at least drastically decrease it, right? So just wanted to put that out there for y'all that want to help make a change. It's things like this that make you realize how fragile life can be. And how precious it is. When I was in school, I spent a lot of time around elderly people, including my own grandparents. And my grandparents were pretty happy. They were very content. Besides the Depression and World War II, which my grandpa did serve in, he actually helped free Dachau, one of the concentration camps. He was one of the first soldiers to help free them. So after the war and the Depression and stuff, they lived a pretty good life. And they did not seem to have any regrets. They traveled. They had children that they loved and remained close to. We all lived within about 10 minutes of each other. And that was one of my favorite parts of growing up. But apart from them, I saw people that had a lot of regrets. And there is nothing more sad and more heartbreaking than an elderly person who has a lot of regrets and a lot of pain because of it. Because it kind of takes away from their strength that they might need to fight whatever illnesses or chronic conditions that they're dealing with. And I just want to put that out there, like, no one expects us to be perfect, but I think sometimes you should check in with yourself and ask yourself, like, would my 70 or 80-year-old self be proud of the decisions that I'm making in this chapter of my life? And am I doing what truly makes me happy? And if I feel like there's some blockage, right? Maybe it's finances, maybe it's lack of opportunities or lack of motivation, whatever the case may be. Am I asking the divine for help? Am I open to receiving their help so that I can get there and do what makes me happy? So, I know that there's a lot of people that are partaking in decisions that later on they're going to regret heavily. There are people that will purposely waste your time. They will try to bait you into arguments. That's another form of energy vampirism, which I will be doing a video on very soon. I'm just trying to get my thoughts together on the whole thing because it's very, very complex. And I'm trying to talk about energy vampirism in a way that lets you guys know what's going on, but doesn't tell you how to do it. Because I know that there's some low-down, dirty people and spiritual predators that watch my channel. So the last thing that I want to do is give these people ammunition. Okay? There's enough cruelty and hatred and violence and maliciousness in the world. I'm not going to add to it if I can help it. Anyway, I just wanted to give love and support to Appalachee and my community and the victims and their families. And I ask y'all to do the same. And I also wanted to get my thoughts out about appreciating our time and checking in with ourselves and making sure that we are respecting our time and others' time and being mindful of how we spend it. Okay, I love you guys. If you would like a reading or some spiritual baths or some waist beads or anything like that, you can click the link in my description. I also offer novena candles to be burned at my altars for different things. That's on my website. But other than that, I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.